Okay, here's today's project, a casting platform. Now, since I'm going to be spending some quality time out on the flats, I figured need to step up my advantage a bit and add a little bit of height to my kayak, put me more in line with the flats boat. So I'm coming up with a solution and adding this step ladder and making it a casting platform. I've got a design for the mounts, but then I was just setting it to try to get the measurements. Then I noticed this. If I take all this stuff out of my cup holders, the rear feet fit right in there, and the front bar sits on the front bar, and these rubber no-stick slip pads stay pretty solid. Now, ultimately, this wasn't my original design, but since it seems to temporarily be working, I think, why waste a nice day, or why a few hours of the afternoon? Might as well go take it out and at least see what the height advantage will be and the stability, since it seems to fit. The plan is going to be is that I'm going to take this little 1 inch by, I don't know, 1.5 inch by 1 inch pieces, and then I am going to bolt these feet to this and make these long enough so that they sit on top of the rails of the kayak, and then I'll have on the inside a little stopper that'll prevent it from shifting left to right, and I'll do that on both sides. And this wood will be permanently mounted to these feet by just drilling holes, and I'll still be able to collapse, and it'll be a little bit more stable since I'll roughly be having the front seat sitting right about there with the feet on this platform there. But since it temporarily fits, I figure why not temporarily take it out and check it out and see what the view is going to be like. So that's what we're going to do. So what we're out here doing today is, of course, testing out my casting platform before I do any mods to it, but then I found out how to wedge it in there, and I might not need to do any mods to it. It works just like it is. But also I'm on the look for some small crabs for permit bonefish, so I need the very small ones, and this is actually an excellent test. I'm at the second step right now, and it's plenty high to see everything. It's about the max that I can go and still paddle. I can go higher to the third step without a problem, but then I can't reach the water. Well, I guess I can. And this is from the third step. You can see the kayak. We're totally stable, no problems. So that I knew was never going to be an issue, because I could stand on my individual side rails without a problem. So in these type of conditions, when it's very calm, not a lot of wind, I can easily maneuver with just my paddle. But I do have to reach down a bit. But man, the visibility that you get. This puts me back in line with a flats boat. Probably the height of a standing at a bow on a stand would be about this equivalent, so at least this gets me to the equivalent ballpark. Definitely not as high as being on the back on the platform, but this will definitely do. Take a look at that view. I see you, Mr. Crab. Cannot hide from me now. I'm on top of the world. This is going to work out just fine. You can easily spot all the horseshoe crabs over there. Those made me $1,000. If you watch my catch and cook on those. Ooh, I found my perfect prey. Right there. You can see it there. That's like a quarter to 50-cent piece perfect. So I just got to keep my eye on them. Let them burrow is fine. Because I am gonna scoop him up. See if we got lucky. Oh, we got him. Perfect, perfect bait. Perfect. That is perfect. That's $4 right there. Take that off the cost of the ladder. In comparison, this is my view just standing. And my angles is pretty sharp down before the glare gets too much and I really can't see a lot of detail. Let's take a look at my new casting platform. Basically, it's a step ladder. It's made by Gorilla Ladders. Got it from Home Depot for $29.99. It's the 250-pound load capacity. It's the 3-step, and it gives you reach up to 8 foot 10 inches. There's a comparable 3-step, more of like a home economy version for $25. It just has less weight capacity, and it's just got tubing. The biggest reason why I went with this one was because the feet on these have this broader, wide, non-slip grip foot, where the other ones just had the tube caps on the end of the foot. So I like these will displace the weight a little bit. As it sits, I mean, it fits fine. It's locked in. It's stable. I mean, it's not going anywhere. But the two issues is one is that if you look from the side, you can see that there's a shift in the angle there because the front feet are on the top rails, whereas the back feet are sitting in the cup holders. So that's a little disparaging. So I definitely will most likely go to the sitting on the cross braces on both so that they'll both be on the rails and that'll get them even. The angle is not horrible, but you can definitely tell that you're not in your comfortable resting position when you're just standing there. What is good about that little bit of angle is you're cocked forward and your body is resting against like this as a leaning post, so your stability is good with that third contact point. I also wasn't comfortable putting this much of a stress load inside those cup holders. Doesn't seem to be flexing them when I'm standing on there, but yeah, I think I'll be a lot more comfortable on the cross braces. Outside of that, I mean, the second stand is my preferred right now, I could tell, because the third point stability, but also because my paddle strokes are a little bit more natural. I can get on the top one, no problem. I could kind of paddle okay. It definitely gets me the viewing. When I'm posted up and anchored like this, I'll definitely be on the top anchor so I can get that ultimate view. But otherwise, it is a great drop in. I'll still do the mods and check it out, but this is a nice quick option of just getting on the water. Of course, this is a 2012 Hobie Adventure kayak, so your miles may vary depending on your kayak. But this does come to the point of a good tip is if you're doing any type of mods on your kayak, you always want to think them through in your head. You could build it and assemble it while on land, but before you go through the process of screwing, bolting it together, gluing it together, welding it together, tying it together, is you want to take it on the water and get some real life time with it to see what you like, don't like, so you can make those adjustments in it ultimately to come out just like you need it. So anyways, that is my new casting platform. And I can use it as an actual leaning post too when I'm driving around. It's not so bad. Those are all tarpon jamming. Didn't expect that. And here's the view on the top step, third step. Low light conditions, but I could still see fairly decent. I'm surprised that the tide is, I'm going incoming, so I actually need to go back to where I was catching those crabs and see if any permit move up. Extremely shocked to find those tarpon here. Huh. So that's a pattern we'll have to keep a lookout for. That's an added bonus as well, my rod holders being just like that, standing up, and then they are ready to go when needed. So I could have them baited up with whatever and be ready to throw at any moment's time. And look at that, it's got like a little wedgie for holding the paddle. And this is us motoring along. Need a steering wheel though. I've got what I'm pretty sure is a tarpon up here busting on glass minnows or pilchards. Yep, 2 tarpon just went underneath there. So that's the ladder. Really happy with it so far. Heck, I even saw like 5 tarpon that I probably wouldn't have saw on the flats too. So that's surprising. So I need to give that a shot as well. But anyways, I just gotta give this thing a good wash down. Use some corrosion stop on it, and hopefully it'll survive for a while. But yeah, totally happy so far. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. I did. Got a new toy to play with, so anyways, I'm excited about that. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.